Hello and welcome. My name is Weisbimann from the German piracy organization Spectre, and today I would like to compare the L21 Wolf with the L22 Alpha Wolf. Since the release of Alpha 4.5, which introduced engineering to the verse, Star Citizen has seen significant changes. Weapon gameplay has evolved considerably, and from a PvP perspective, ballistic weapon has become more attractive against previously dominated laser repeater matter. In this context, I would like to compare the L21 and the L22 by addressing the following questions. Which one can bite harder? Ballistic or laser repeaters? What's the perfect choice? Which is superior in PvP situations? And which should you choose? Which one can bite harder? To answer this, I checked Urkel.games. The L21 brings a base DPS of 1084 and an alpha damage of 126. By the way, alpha damage representing the amount of damage a single round can cause. The penetration through the armor is 2.2 meters. This means the bullet can travel through the armor and hull and could damage components even when the enemy ship has full shields. Ammo speed of the L21 ballistic Gatling guns are 1650 meters per second, and she can hold 4200 rounds. By contrast, the L22 is equipped with laser repeaters rather than ballistic Gatling guns. These weapons delivered a base DPS of 1130 and an impressive alpha damage of 170. So in this aspect, the Alpha Wolves clearly takes the lead. The Axiom L22 laser repeaters have a base penetration distance of 1 meter, thus less than the L21 ballistics. But they have the same ammunition speed of 1650 meters per second. Based purely on these statistics, the L22 Alpha Wolves delivers a harder bite. Ballistic or laser? With the introduction of engineering and the implementation of armor, ballistic weapons have become more attractive compared to the laser repeater matter. The ammunition capacity for all ballistic weapons has been significantly increased, so you are less likely to run out of ammo quickly as was previously the case. However, the L21's ballistics can overheat easily, require a cooling down time of 6 seconds before you can fire again. Beyond of that, the ballistic weapons have superior penetration compared to laser, giving you a better chance to hitting critical components and disabling a ship more quickly. On the other hand, laser repeaters are valued for their ability to fire continuously, with capacitor holding substantially numbers of rounds, but they suffer from reduced penetration through ship hulls. So which one is better? It depends. When I'm engaging in piracy gameplay, interdiction players out of quantums and aiming to board rather than destroy them, I prefer laser repeaters. However, for events like Hathor, where shield HP isn't a concern, I run with ballistics. Thus, there isn't a clear winner in every situation. which is better in PvP? This is largely subjective. Together with my Spectre colleagues, I tested both the L21 and the L22 against various fighters in Arena Commander. In my opinion, the L21 with its Gatling gun is the clear victor. All through, the L22 laser repeaters offer higher DPS and higher alpha damage. On paper, the consistent impact of the L21 ballistic rounds on both hull and components give more advantages. For that reason, my preference in PvP goes to the L21 Wolf. But anyhow, there is one major question. Which should you use? For direct ship comparison, I recommend using the ShipViewer website, which allow you to compare two ships side by side and review all their strengths and weaknesses. According to CIG, the L21 boosts a higher SCM speed, while the L22 offers a slightly better turn rate but has slightly less HP. However, if you are well trained in PvP, these differences are unlikely to be a game changer. Visually, both ships are stunning and having their own appeal. The L21 has a cleaner look. Thought I'm not a fan of the fin of the button. Fortunately, this can be removed from inside the cockpit with the press of a button. The L22 meanwhile features a Knight Rider aesthetic with a red LED stripe on the canopy and more streamlined fin, which I personally like more. If I had to recommend one, I would suggest the L22 as it's slightly more agile. I would also recommend equipping it with the L21 ballistic guns. My personal setup includes one Slipstream power plant, two Snowblind coolers and two 7SA Concorde shields, as they require only 2 power pips each and don't different significantly from the FR66, which require 3 power pips. For the quantum drive, I use Spectre, not just because it's made by our organization Spectre, but because I want the L22 be as stealthy as possible. Which is your favorite ship? Do you have any different perspective? Let me know in the comments below. This was my first ship review, so where I compared 2 ships with each other. So let me know in the comments below also if you're interested about more of this kind of videos, if it's interesting or if it's boring to you. So nevertheless, let me know. And if you like that kind of content, please like and subscribe. And catch you up in the next one. Bye bye.